Alright, for both of these rhythm exercises here, and for most of the rhythm stuff we're going to be doing, all the rhythm stuff we do, tapping the foot every time the metronome clicks, that's going to happen. But for the most part, going to have you say the part of the rhythm that you play. So eventually we get to more difficult things. Something that's very helpful for a lot of people is to say what the rhythm is along with the metronome before they try and play along with it. So very, very helpful. One of the most important things I was ever taught, being able to say it and play it. So the goal with both of these exercises, again, is to work them up from 60 beats per minute to 120. So 60 up to 120 in increments of 5. So every time you play it correctly just once, bump it up 5. Make sure that you do it correctly, though. If a mistake is made, and this is going to happen, mistakes happen, what you do is important. So I'm not a fan of practice makes perfect, because that's a bunch of garbage. Only perfect practice makes perfect. So what I mean by that is a lot of times people will practice, but they keep making mistakes, and they continue to go, and they keep making mistakes, and they keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, hoping that suddenly they can all of a sudden do it right. But it'll never happen if they never correct mistakes. So this is what I mean by perfect practice makes perfect. Anytime a mistake happens, don't just keep going. Fix the mistake and then go again. So let's say for some reason, just for example, when you're going from the G5 to the F5 chord, something goes wrong. Maybe you forget to do the upstroke, something's rushed. So instead of always going back to the start and trying it again and again and again, if you make the same mistake like 2-3 times, we'll focus on that. So just practice, maybe just those 2 bars over and over and over again. So basically make sure you take the mistake portion, polish it up a bit, and then go back to the start and try the whole thing again. So always important to address the mistakes as soon as they happen, instead of constantly trying to go. Now, the only time I think it's good to continue playing something after a mistake is made is for like band practice purposes. You're getting ready to go on stage, so you have to be good enough with the material that when a mistake happens, you're able to keep going and not let the audience know. But yeah, for this sort of stuff, the practice you're doing, a mistake happens, address it right away. One of the most important things you can do. So for demonstration purposes, I won't be going up by 5s every time, or this will be a long video. Well, a longer than necessary video, I suppose. So I'm going to play it at 60, 90, and 120 beats a minute. And I'll count off in case you like to try and play along, but this is just to give you an idea how things should look and sound and all that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and done. And remember, we talked about with anticipating the beat, or you want to stay laid back on it best you can. It's always better to come in just a hair late versus a hair early, because if you come in just a split second late, it usually sounds more in time with what you're trying to do versus coming in a split second too soon, because then it always sounds rushed. So stay laid back on the beat as much as you can. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, And I always just hit the last chord and things like this just on the 1. It's not, you don't need to hold it out for all 4 counts, but just a very easy way to fill in the bar, mathematically correct there. All right, 120 beats a minute. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and done. All right, on to number 2. Come on. Here we go. Okay, same thing. I'm going to play it at 60, 90, and 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and done. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and done. All right, 120. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and done. All right. I think that covers everything from today. But if you ever have any questions before the next lesson that come up, please let me know. I'll do my best to help out in between classes. But yeah, I will see you next week, and yeah, probably start doing that old upbeat focus.